What's up, Reavers? This is Vinny here, and I'm going to try one of these videos for you today, and it's just going to be something very basic and simple to help some of you guys out. Airsoft AEG lubrication tips and or products. Today I'm going to be showing you a couple parts. I got my ICS upper taken apart right now, and I have the piston out along with cylinder and cylinder head. And these are your compression parts. This is where all your power is made. If you have a very shitty seal here, you're gonna have a extreme loss in FPS. As a lot of you may know, you have a cylinder head here with O-ring. New, better ones have double O-ring. So we're going to talk about a lubricant for this. And coming from an automotive background, there's a lot of lubricants that I deal with for automotive, and a lot of them can cross over into the airsoft realm. And one of those for the compression system will be Permatex dielectric grease. Now, this is usually used for electrical work. You put this stuff inside of like connections or wiring, and it helps prevent any kind of corrosion. This is really good shit for O-rings. It's 100% silicone based. No petroleum, will not break down any of the rubbers. So you put some of this stuff all around the inside of the part where the O-ring contacts the cylinder, and the O-ring on the actual cylinder head. You put some of this stuff on here, you know, rub it around, close her back up, and the stuff's real thick, so it'll last for a while. Put it on there, and you do the same thing on the cylinder O-ring here. Okay, and you put a little bit on the piston. It's safe on that. Okay, put a little bit on the guide rails for the piston on there, just a little bit there too. Permatex dielectric grease, find it at AutoZone. Of course, you got your silicone sprays. Food grade silicone sprays are real good for hop up buckings, gas pistols, shit like that. You never want to use gun lube, real steel firearms lubricants. This shit is meant for real steel and will eat rubbers away. Okay, don't use it. Dielectric grease, I mean, you could really put it anywhere. It's silicone based. The next thing I'm going to talk about, gear lubrication. Got a couple gears here. What do we use for these? You know, it's everyone's got their own personal preference, but I've seen work real good is you could use white lithium. White lithium grease is real good. It's been around for a long time, World War II ish, and it's basically what a lubricant is soaps and other things put together to create, you know, certain viscosities, and the lithium soap based grease adheres better to metal. It has a better surface contact with metal. Some do have petroleum based product lithium greases. They're usually okay for the gears. You're not fucking with anything plastic wise down lower. I mean, it could possibly make its way up to your O-ring, but very unlikely. This stuff is thicker. At first it'll get real thick, and then after a while it'll work its way around and coat real good, giving you a nice filmed lubricant on the gears. If you are a little afraid of the petroleum base, you can find this stuff with no petroleum, if very little. They actually have some reputable airsoft companies make white lithium grease for gears, but you can pick the shit up at AutoZone again by Permatex for way cheaper, and they get a lot of it, and it'll work just fine. Another thing that works if you don't want to go that route is bearing grease. Works real nice. You know, it stinks, it's real thick, so you want to put that stuff on real thin if you're ever going to use it, if you've ever messed with bearing grease before, or any kind of chassis grease. Personally, I either like the white lithium or the 100% silicone brake slide lubricant. That stuff is awesome. It's got a nice viscosity to it, but the sweet thing about it is under a lot of movement, it doesn't gel up and get hard. It stays the same viscosity. I mean, you put it inside of brake slide pins and shit like that, and when it comes back for the next service, those pins are still nice and lubed up, and that stuff's real good. I mean, there's all kinds of different styles of it. I mean, you can find it anywhere. You can get the little packets for about 50 cents at AutoZone, or you can go get the real expensive shit from GM that's purple with the brush, and that'll work just as fine. But you know, those are real good options to lubricate the inside of your AEG and make it last longer. But remember, in conjunction with lubrication, you got to have proper shimming and setup for your gun. I'll go into that a little more later when I get my katana in, because I plan on redoing the gear lower mech box with shims and dropping in a electronic trigger MOSFET, shit like that, and we'll go through that process as well. But I mean, basic stuff, real cool stuff that some of you might not have known. You can pick all these lubricants up at AutoZone, and for way cheaper than you would off of E-Viker, Airsoft GI. No wait time, and I mean, it'll make your gun a lot more smooth in operation. It says white lithium, 100% silicone based brake lubricant, or dielectric grease for your compression fittings, and you know, your food grade spray silicone for your gas blowbacks and stuff of that nature. So if you think these videos are helpful, I can make more. I got a lot I could share with you guys. If you got any questions, I'll answer them for you. I figured this would be something cool to do, and I enjoy doing it. So thanks for watching, Reavers, and let me know what you think.